Today, you're going to learn layer by layer how to do 3 drum setups. The sound we're building comes from the South African Afro house scene, and it's from artists like Pierre Johnson, and it's the same sound and the same rhythmic language that the label Magnifik and HotLap are pushing into the charts right now. Afro house is groovy but laid back. Melodic techno is aggressive, but the percussions are kind of boring. So Afro Tech combines the best of both worlds, and the magic sits on the percussions. First groove, let's listen to it. Immediately, 2 things jump out. This bell and these toms. When you play it together with the kick, you already have a groove right away. You have the high energy from the bell that gives a really nice tone, and you have the deepness and the groove from the toms that you have in these 2 channels over here, and they give the bounciness to the song, as you can listen again. But let's get started one by one. We start with a kick. And as you can see it over here is a really deep kick over here. It's a kick in F, it has a lot of power, a lot of groove, and the texture also is really present over here in the attack as well. We add the tom. As you can see here in the tom, we have 2 notes here, and this one is really short, this one is really big, but we have 2 different notes, this one and this one. They are different in what they're playing, so if you want to use a loop or if you want to use 2 toms to create that bounciness, it's really important. So again, you can see where they are over here and how they create. If we are here in 1/16th, let me just zoom in so we can see this better. 1/16th. We're in position number 4 and also position number 3. And this is what creates the grooviness in this tom. And then we combine with this deep percussion hit over here. This is also playing over here position number 4 and position number 3. Why? Because they give a lot of groove into whenever you're making something. You have the kick at position number 1, and whatever you use position number 2, 3, and 4, they have a lot of power to create a lot of that groove that you're listening to. Again, listening with the kick. Notice how the gaps are also important, because if it was just playing the tom all over, it would be a bit overwhelming because the toms are really rich. So important to have these gaps, for example, here, and even the gaps between the notes too. Let some time for the kick to breathe through and also for the rhythm to breathe through as well. Then we combine this rhythm. As you can see, the bell, it's playing pretty much the same rhythm as what we had before. Sometimes it plays different as we have it over here and over here. Why? To create a bit of that polyrhythm that if you listen to something and all these 3 together, it's almost like the toms are making the groove in the low end and the bell is making the groove in the mid-high range. And to complement this, we have this clav. You can see how the clav gives a forward momentum. It gives a bit of a repetitive tone, and this is done on purpose. Why? It just pushes the song forward. Listen again, without and with. See how we get pushed over? Drum fill just to fill it up. And then we add cymbals. We first have the offbeat cymbal that mainly plays over here offbeat, as you can listen, and gives a bit of a dance in the high end of the song. And we complement the texture with another shaker to give even more swing. Can you see what we did over here? It's like every layer is filling a purpose, answering the layer that came before. What is the takeaway pretty much? Build your percussions in layers and leave some gaps between every layer so you can go with the next one and fill the gap to make it always groovy and always moving. In addition to that, make sure to fill not only the low end, but also the mid range and also the high range in the song. Groove number 2, the same genre, but a totally different feel. Listen to it. Percussions. This reminds me a lot more of a melodic techno song with a few differences, of course, because this is Afro Tech. And we're gonna go into everything over here. We're going to mute some stuff and get started first with the kick. Deep kick, really short transient. You can see that the transient is not so organic as the groove number 1. And this might as well be used for a melodic techno song if we wanted to. Now we go into the clap. Really short clap, and we're also filtering here mainly to keep it on the mid-range, because if we didn't have this here, it would be a lot bigger, but we don't want it to be like this. We're also filtering the size over here. We want it to be really snappy. Why? Because we want to leave space, not only in the frequencies, but also in the time for other elements, like for example, the tom. Pay attention to one thing over here though. Can you see how the toms, if you put this to 1/16, this is normally where the hat would play. Listen for example with this hat over here. Can you see how it's playing exactly with the hat? Why are we doing this? Because we want to have that offbeat feeling. But in addition to that, we also have this one note that plays a little bit off the grid. Instead of playing also in the offbeat, we break the pattern a little bit. Because normally a tom would play something like this. That's how normally a tom would play, and that's the magic of this one. We're using the tom as an offbeat element, and this is creating this dun 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 kind of feeling, which is really nice and creates a lot of groove in the song as well. And whenever we have a spot over here, we add another percussion to mainly give a bit more energy and to create movement and call and response in your low end. Can you see how this creates a bit of movement, it creates a bit of rhythm, and it creates a bit of call and response also in the low end of the song. But we have to add energy into it. And you can do this in 2 ways. You can come with percussion. So for example, you can come not only with an open hat. This gives a bit of swing in the high end. Also with the shaker, which gives a bit of syncopated feeling, 16th feeling, which gives energy to the sound. And you can combine with a hat loop. In addition to that, we also need a bit of percussions, because if we only had this, if we took out, for example, these toms, this could as well be used for melodic techno. But because this is Afro Tech, we need to add those Afro elements to give a bit of swing, to get a bit of that Afro house characteristic. And we can do this with a lot of different elements as well. For example, this rim shot, if we go and listen to these elements, we take the low end of this because we don't need the low end, and we boost some frequencies that we want to listen, because if you want to listen to only it. So we're changing the main frequency of it. To complement that 16th rhythm, we added bells. Could as well be a clav as well, but this adds movement. Bell number 2 to add a bit more rhythm. You can see how this adds syncopation and rhythm into the sound because we're playing notes that we haven't played before. If you had, for example, over here, these notes, and we combine it with all the notes that we have here in the toms, we're playing more notes and playing even more rhythms to create even more groove. And we add some filler content, some percussion fills like these two over here. So what do we have here? We have the rhythm coming from the high end. We have the high end being covered by the cymbals, which has an open hat, some shakers, and some syncopated 16th elements. We have some percussions that are not only playing what the bass is playing, but playing different rhythms, and also some elements that are complementing what the cymbals are playing. And then some percussion fills, really characteristic like bongos, toms, clavs, and other elements that give you that Afro kind of vibe. And then if you complete everything with the toms, important takeaways. You can see that we have similar MIDIs to what we had before in groove number 1, but we have a different feel because we're using different elements as well. But some grooves, some MIDIs persist, like the 16th, like the offbeat. We're just using them differently in the toms, sometimes also in the hats as we saw it over here. And in addition to that, you can see by the EQs that we're making, we're leaving space for the low end in these percussions because we are mainly focusing here in the high range, also in the high range, and these are focused on the low range. This is mid-range as well. So leaving space in the MIDI for all the elements, and then you complement each other to create something that grooves along with everything. Oh, and by the way, I'm working from the project from the Savannah pack that you can find over here in the description below, where you can get the project file and you can check it out and pack all the MIDIs and pick all the elements and start using them in your own songs as well. Now all together. Groove number 3 and the most high energy one that we have. If you listen, for example, to the whole groove, percussions, let's get started over here again with everything. We start with a kick. And this kick is really deep, really aggressive, really has a lot of low end over here as you can see it. And it's really pumpy, really subby, the attack is really present. And then we combine this with the clap number 2. Notice how we don't have any sidechain over here, and we're using this in a way to complement the groove in terms of rhythm. As you can see that it not only plays off beat, as you can see, again, 1/16th, position number 4, position number 3, but also along with a kick. So listen again. This is nice because it gives a bit of groove into the song right away already with the clap, instead of having the clap playing just the classic offbeat as we normally would play, which would be something like this. We make it a lot groovier. And we're using it almost as if we are going to use a tom, because this is kind of a rhythm of a tom. And then we have a clap loop that reinforces the attack and the syncopation of the kick, for example. We're using this clap almost as an attack for the kick because we have here a different attack, but it plays along with the kick really well. And we don't have any sidechain. And the reason why this is not masking the kick is because this clap over here, the sound that we selected is a bit more high-endy, and it's not clashing with the low end of the kick. So one thing to keep in mind is if you're using a clap, make sure to avoid a clap that has a lot of low end which would clash with the kick, or just go and EQ it out as we did in groove number 2. And then we start adding those percussive shots. See how this is a loop? Instead of using just one element, now we're using a loop. We can find this loop over here again in the description in the Savannah pack, but this is a loop that contains a cowbell, some other elements, as you can listen again. It even has some claps, but it adds more to the groove. And you can see how this already adds syncopation and rhythm to everything. Now we also add a clav to give a bit of that 16th rhythm into it. Again, without and with. And to finish those Afro fills like bongos, toms, and all the things if you want to listen. This is what combines the Afro vibe to the aggressive tech vibe that we had before. But listen how in the spectrum, we're mainly focusing on the low end and also in the mid range. We still need the high range, which comes from the cymbals. We can start here with the shakers to give a bit of swing in the high end. And to add texture, you can always add another shaker. This adds an extra texture to everything that you have. And to have even more energy, adding a ride is also really nice. You can always start with a hat, but if you want to give even more aggressiveness into your percussions, add a ride. And you can add the ride not only over here along with the kick as it's hitting. For example, if you check it, you can also add it along in the offbeat. And you can crush it if you want that sizzling sound to be persisting or not. So again, what gives all this energy and that syncopation? Syncopation in the MIDI energy, in the high-end energy, in the power of the elements that you're choosing, as we had before. If we didn't have the ride, for example, it's not as energetic as what we had before. So again, add the ride, all the drums, all the song. So 3 grooves, 3 completely different feels, and everyone comes with the same idea. Start simple, leave space for the other elements, use each layer as a response for the layer that you had before. Make sure to feel not only the low end, but also the high end, so you have groovy elements in the positions that we mentioned before. Not only groovy elements, but characteristic elements like bongos, toms, clavs, and everything. And also you complement the percussions with the high end, so rides, hats, to create a bit of that offbeat feeling, and also a bit of a shaker to create that 16th energy. And if you want to open these projects, take the MIDI apart and use them in your own tracks, you can get the Savannah Volume 1, which the link is over here in the description. If you want us to go through anything else in this genre, feel free to leave it in the comments. We'd love to cover even more. And if you want us to break down any artist, leave it over here in the comments below. This is Lauretti from Abstract Music Lab signing off. Ciao!